You've talked about ROI quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and let's not kid ourselves. It can be expensive. So, how do you go about measuring a AI?
I think here is be brutally honest, and keep it in check. Again, we're not in the business of deploying gadgets for the sake of it. We're professional businesses with boards and regulation and governance and process to allow it. So with the ROI, make sure it's managed. It might just be a process change. It might not even need AI. So I come out of lots of workshops with tons of process improvements that you don't need AI to actually use. So I think that's the first thing is, do you actually need AI? But then when you do find the AI, really test it. Do the security loop first to make sure it's got legs and it's something that is going to be sensible and reasonable to use, and it's not going to cause you any security issues or data privacy issues. And then test the ROI. Bring everybody in, from the people who do the roles and know the problems, know the solutions, to the people who write the checks and challenge your business case. Get everybody into that as one team, not as, we're going to present a business case, change the model, make it a team sport. And then really kind of test it and keep testing it and kick it. Ask the continuous why. If we do this wrong, we won't bring efficiencies, we'll just bring cost burden. I see lots of projects that I go back in and say, don't do it.
I think what's also a really important point is that the ROI doesn't just have to be a financial return on investment.
Absolutely not. No, I think this is the again, the other consequence of ROI of AI deployment. We assume it's just going to be that it replaces an admin process or anything else. Actually, if we think then about how this will serve customers, we are about to go into probably the biggest transformation ever. AI's impressive, but when we get AI assistance and true personal AI assistance, it's going to change everything. And also as well, while we always say we're keeping the human in the loop and we don't want to take humans out of it because we like to deal with people, sometimes we don't. If you've just got a quick query for your bank or for your accountant, a quick line in a bot is great, because you don't necessarily need to have the pleasantries of how are you, how was your weekend, you just want a quick answer,
don't you?
And to go. Whereas if something, catastrophe happens, you want to be able to ring someone. So the benefit here is freeing up the time of admin so that people are available for the big important stuff. That's going to be what changes.
I think that ability of, like I said, becoming more of a relationship-based business is absolutely massive. And the other area that I think that's probably overlooked a lot of the times is, good data means good decisions.
Yep.
And I think what AI can do in a lot of instances, it's not creating an ROI, but what it is doing is it's getting you that data quicker, faster, and more accurate. And that could only be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's roughly about 80% of the data that businesses hold is just held. Nobody does anything with it. It's got incredible value, and AI feeds on data. So, set it to work, give it the data and help, then give the output to the people that says, customer A's profile is this. And actually, based on this information, maybe we should be offering those services. And again, this is where it's not just an efficiency that you're not going to be able to compete on. It's the whole rounded model. We're rewriting the rule book. AI's got the headline as to why, but actually it's the pivot. It's that lever that is going to rewrite the entire process. So again, it might not be that it saves that much in efficiency, but what it is going to do is free this person up to do something else, or it's going to analyze data in a different way.
Or like you said, or it just gives the client and the customer a better experience.
And that's ultimately what we're trying to do, isn't it? You don't leave an organization's services because they were too good. You leave because you've had a disastrous experience. People don't move banks unless something horrible happens because it's too much problems to move. One of the things that is going to catch a lot of businesses out is AI is going to make moving from supplier to supplier the easiest thing in the world, and data regulation and governance is going to facilitate that even further. So if you're not happy with your bank, it's probably a really big task to move. When you've got an AI assistant, you'll just say, I'm not happy with them, who gets great feedback from their users. And that's your barometer of satisfaction. So you say, move me to them. You get about your day. AI will start to do all of that process.
But ironically, you'll be asking an AI agent and not Googling.
Absolutely, yeah. And this will be the beneficiary of incredible global competition, because we won't Google things anymore. I mean, one thing that might feel a little out there, but your phone will just be a dark device. You won't have apps on your phone anymore. You'll just have an AI assistant that says, open Uber, order me a takeaway, download a movie, and it will then appear, and this agent will be doing all of those interactions for you. And update my QuickBooks, update my Xero, whatever it is, it will just act it for you.
You're moving from touch screens to voice activation.
Yeah, and agent-led AI. And again, just while we're on that, because I think there's too many terms and buzzwords. AI's been around forever, and it's done lots of neat things like, recommends things when you go on Amazon. It's not new, or tells you which movie to watch. Agents are just where two things do something together. So you might say, if an email arrives, send it to accounts or the inbox. Now what it can do, and this is where it's kind of getting exciting, is it can say, read it and send a nice reply based on what they've said. So it would say, "Dear Ben, thank you for your inquiry about your year end."
It picks up sentiment. And
Absolutely, yeah. So you feel like you've had a quick and efficient response. And if that system is not working, or you reply to say, "That's not what I asked," suddenly you can say, "Well, I'll at that point push it straight to a person." So then somebody's ringing saying, "Hi, it's Ant from Northern Accountants. How can I help? I can see you're struggling with this." And again, you're going to have that wow moment to say, "Wow, speaking to a bot, now I've got a human," and all that's happened in seconds, minutes, realistically. So that's where, again, it's going to make these massive transformations. So doing some of this stuff now, building the process, building the frameworks, building the governance, bringing the people on the journey, and starting that change is critical.